what is the key to running a successful business?
Man, do you know that?
To grow a business, I think the key is having good people around you. You know, having employees that can do the job and you can depend on.
Yeah.
Because you're not growing without having employees.
Well, that's not an easy question to answer because there's a lot of factors that go into being a successful company. I mean, it's your employees, it's your sales and your management skills, and it's the overall culture of the company. But to me as an owner, one of the most important questions you can ask yourself is, do your people like to come into work every day?
This company's good to work for because everybody has experience doing, not just managing.
I feel like I have a home here. They listen to the experience and the knowledge that their guys have and everything, and that's what makes a company great. A lot of companies don't. They just look at you as you're just an employee, just shut the hell up, do what I tell you. That's it. You know who I'm talking about.
The way we support each other is real easy because we're building the best product out there, and all of us have that same drive to build the most ultimate product that we can.
We take on projects that nobody else does, and we make it happen. And when we do something that we've never done before, to see it come from the design aspect and then fabricate it and then paint it, you know, that's rewarding. That's like, come on, man, that was really cool. We all worked on that together and we made it happen. Like, that's very rewarding to me.
And look around, this warehouse I like being here.
I think it all has to do with your definition of success. I think we're midline on success level as far as the size of a company goes, because there's sign companies out there that have 400 employees. We don't have any interest in doing anything like that. That's a little too crazy, we think, but that's part of what we think is success.
A lot of small companies, they hire people that can do everything. With Media One, we have a fabrication department, a paint department, an install department, wrap department. So if you don't fit in one position and you feel like you'd work better, or we feel like you'd work better in another position, we can definitely move you around.
Even though I got hired as a painter, I am now a floater. So every day I get to learn something different and help out the guys wherever I can in the shop, which is great for me because now I get to learn more stuff and I'm more valuable to the company in the long run.
Even our technical designer, Justin, he can fabricate a sign, basically, with his knowledge. So everybody puts a hand in when they can in different departments, but you don't have to have the experience in all the departments like you would a smaller sign company.
Some of the other shops I worked at when I first got started, I was just a worker. So I received my parts at my table, or I received a drawing and make that. I had no end play. I didn't get to see the piece go out the door. Working here, you start from the raw metal coming in the door. You do all the fabrication with multiple departments. When we're all finished, the whole group has built the sign.
And a lot of us here have come from other companies where we were all project managers or shop foremen or lead, fabricators or whatever at other companies. So then you put a bunch of talented people together and you get good results.
How would you describe your management styles?
Wow. I don't even know. I like to enjoy life and I like to have fun at work, but I know we got to get work done. I try not to get overwhelmed and upset about things that are going on to where you take it out on the people who work for you because, they can only handle so much or only control so much. I don't really know what the style would be.
It's laid back style right over there.
But then sometimes people tell me I'm intimidating and I'm like too mean to them.
Well, you kind of are intimidating, man. I'm kind of getting nervous.
Don't get your shit done, I guess that's when I get intimidating. But
I would say probably my favorite thing about working for Media One as opposed to any place that I've worked prior is simply the fact that both of my bosses, yes, they are your bosses and they are going to be that leadership figure, but at the same time, they're also guys that will get down in the trenches and do stuff with you. It's a really cool vibe having a full interaction with your bosses at all times.
Dale's, what did he start when he was 16 or something in his mom's garage? Rick started off installing, owned a bucket truck company. It's not just somebody that owns a sign company and they can do sales, but they don't know anything that goes into it.
They work. They bring in work. Dale and Rick are the best at bringing in work. We're never not doing anything. And that's what I like. I like to stay busy, and I like to know that we're always going to have work.
If we cut that, we can still at least weld to the sides, and we can just weld another piece across the bottom.
Right.
Make sense?
We got to do it. I mean,
Hey, get the saws out. We're gonna chop that baby out.
I think we're all team here, you know, and that's the thing. You said, oh, we'll go out there and we'll paint, or he'll go out. He was out on AC Hotels installing in the middle of the night. Do we have to be there? No, but it's our company, it's our client. We want to make an impression. We want to be able to have these guys think. We wouldn't ask you guys to do anything that we were not willing to go out there and do ourselves.
You have a boss and you have a leader. The boss is the guy who just tells you what to do and expects you to do it. The leader is the one that actually explains what to do, shows you how to do it, and is there helping you if you need a hand.
When I first started at Media One, that's one of the things that I was impressed with, was with Dale wasn't afraid to go in the back and work with the guys. You know, he put his pencil down or his phone down, and he would just hands-on. Dale was hands-on. He was out there sanding, painting. He was doing whatever he had to do, buffing. I mean, he did whatever he had to do. And to this day, like, we just had a 40-foot boat, and then Dale was spraying and buffing with me. Like, he still does it. I mean, he's an old man now, but he still does it.
And Dale and Rick are the last two guys to leave the building at the end of the day, which is what you really want in your leaders. I really, truly, honestly respect that. Review time is coming up, you know. I hope that sounded good for you guys, right?
I guess what promotes our really good culture is that we just know each other so well. You know, there's no reason to come in a bad mood, because as soon as you talk to one or two of your coworkers, they're in a good mood, but your bad mood's out the door.
Let's be happy, man. Let's have a fun time doing this. It's cool stuff we're doing. Why not, you know, encourage that throughout the whole building? And I think that's a big part of why clients like us, because everybody feels that same way. I mean, obviously you have your bad days, and there's, you know, times when you can't be so happy, but the overall vast majority of the time, I think we present a nice, positive, friendly image.
And customers walk through the shop, they see all of our guys are happy. You know?
Yeah.
It's a good place to work. It's fun. Good people. Rick and Dale are good people. Good environment. I mean, we laugh. I mean, there's times where it's stressful. You got to get work done, but there's times there's, you know, you still got to get work done, but you can relax and have fun and that kind of stuff.
Media One is a huge family to me. Like, basically, I have 30 older brothers. Cool. Not all older, but brother figures.
I give Rick and Dale a lot of respect because they gave me a shot, and was working here for a couple days, and I had a little accident over the weekend after I got hired, and they were one of the main ones texting me, making sure I was okay. They saved the job for me for 3 months while I went through recovery.
They held it. I mean, they held his job. He was out for months, and that's what Rick and Dale are all about.
Our company is unique in that we make both graphics and signs, and they're two different industries, really, and to get it to work together, we have to really communicate. From the designers to the fabricators, we need to work together. If there's something I can do to make a wrap go faster in the design department, it's important that I do that. That way, when it comes time to actually install the wrap, it goes as quickly and as effectively and efficiently as possible.
You know, I've worked for places that didn't care how bad the install was going to be. This is how it was drawn, that we're not going back through engineering. Just build it. But here, you know, when a job is, you know, sold and it goes to design and all that kind of stuff, you know, the designers will come out here and be like, how do you want to do this? And they're pretty good at, you know, doing whatever changes we ask for and incorporating the things, the way we want to do something, or the material we want to use, and incorporating that all into the final design that gets engineered and sent to production.
And if you're not communicating with each other and telling each other all the changes throughout all the steps, we'll go through some artwork that'll have 15, 20 revisions before the client actually approves it. If one of the wrong pieces of artwork gets sent through, then they build it incorrectly. And then we've got to go back and change things, and we've got issues with cost on materials and labor and just wasted money.
We'll sit in an interview with people when we feel like we're going to hire them and tell them straight out, listen, we've been doing this for 37 years. We feel like we got a pretty good grip on this industry, but we're always open to other suggestions. They might have come from a shop that specialized in something that we're doing, but they might have an idea that we would like to hear. You know, we're never, you know, we're always willing to learn.
That is really the cohesion of this company. I think that is the biggest part, is they actually listen. Just because they've been in this industry a long time does not mean they know everything. So they take it upon themselves to ask opinions of everybody else, which is fantastic. Not every company does that.
They're more communicative than probably every other place I've worked, except, you know, when I was, you know, high level, or it was my company.
They're really good at communicating. They are. Rick's a little quieter, but they'll tells you, you know, everything that has to do. He tells you how much it costs. He tells you how much he charged the customer, and he gives you so much information. You can open up your own sign shop if you want to, just based on everything he tells you.
He gets super, super excited, so he shares probably more information than anybody needs to know.
So sometimes a little more detail than we need to know, but it's good to know where everything stands.
At least quarterly, we'll get a full sit-down meeting where the entire company will have lunch, and we'll sit down and get kind of a rundown of exactly where we're at numbers-wise and what's going on, and Dale gives us all the information, so we kind of have an idea of what's coming and what's already happened and where we are as far as the previous year and how we're looking for this projected year. And it's really nice to get all of that information, so you realize that the hard work you're putting in is actually being noticed.
We've had conversation with other business owners, you know, and some of them, you know, like Fred told us at one time, he shares everything with the people. He's like, let them know what's going on so they know. And then other people are like, they don't need to know what's happening, you know, but
Yeah, I just don't think that you know, teamwork wise, I mean, it's not like we're going out there and showing everybody our books and all that kind of stuff, but people know, everybody in the shop, when we have our meetings, they know how much it costs to run this place every month. They know how much it costs to do the payroll, you know, because they can't, you can't look at, oh my God, they just sold this $100,000 sign, they're so rich. It's not, because we spent
down, right?
80 to get it there, you know what I'm saying? So they, you know, they kind of have a vibe of that, and it's not like we're...
it's better that they know.
Yeah, I think so too, you know, we're not real tight to the chest. It's a team thing, and we're all trying to get to the same goal.